So I just did one. Just on to this next one. But yeah, because there's so many. It's been such a while, and there's so many, so much fight stuff that's happened. So yeah, I feel bad. So I started. Wait a minute. So the last, did I just not take notes? Yeah, so there was an Invicta fights or card or whatever the other day. But dang, because it was Alesha Zappitella and fuck. Oh my gosh. So I gotta. So I was like, fuck, I should prepare better. But then I'm always like, I don't feel prepared enough. And it just takes too long and I don't do it. So that's what I get. This is what I get. Forgot the young lady's name. Fucking idiot. And I didn't write it down. And I didn't get. I think I only have notes for half of the card. So, oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, man. Fuck, there are so many fights. So let's see. Did I talk about UFC 269? I think so. Gillian Roberts takes that neck. Just in case, let me just go through my notes. Whatever. Oh, yeah, that chick that did the eye gouges. Yeah, I did talk about that last time. So then I must, Iga Emmett. Did I talk about them? Had to. Then this fight night, the Chikadze Kattar. So my puppy her name is Gigi. I didn't name her. She came with that name, and I started calling Gigi Chikadze. Gigi Chikadze, come here. But yeah, so shout out to Giga Chikadze. But let's see. Oh yeah, Bill. Was it Bill? Yeah, Bill Algeo, and then Brito. And Brito control on the ground, but yeah, Algeo won that one. Oh yeah, so then after that, there's with Brandon Royval. If you remember, he fought Brandon Moreno. He was so Brandon Moreno beat him, and then he fought Figgy for the title. So they're on Fight Island. So Brandon Moreno fought Royval, and then Figueiredo fought. Was it Alex Perez? Fuck, I think it's Alex Perez. But anyway, so they both fought on that same card, and the one where Moreno beat Royval, and then the next one they fought for the title. So Royval fought Brandon Moreno right before he did his first title fight against Figgy, the one that they got the draw. But so they're in the fight, and then his elbow or his arm popped out or something, like he almost made it. If he had made it to the bell, because they popped it in right after. But anyways, so Brandon Royval, he's fucking a beast. And I was watching, I was like, man, is he the most active fighter from his back? Is he like the guy he has the most active guard? And even not even just because he's always scrambling. He's always he doesn't sit like as soon as his back hits the mat, he's turning to his side. He's trying to get his feet in their hips, or he's doing something. He's always moving. He's shrimping, fucking shrimping and shimmying, and he's always moving. And he never stays still. He doesn't ever accept a position. It's fucking crazy to see. So I was wondering. I was like, man, is he the most active guy from his back that have the most active guard? I'm trying to think. Like I think maybe Ricky Tercios, because I remember. Because he ended up winning this last season, where he was, what is this? Were they bantamweights they were doing? I can't remember. But anyways, he won for his weight class for the Ultimate the Ultimate Fighter this past season. What do they call it? The comeback season or something? I don't know. The last season of the Ultimate Fighter that came out. Check it out on ESPN. Maybe UFC app too, but ESPN Plus, you can watch it on there for sure. But anyway, so yeah, Ricky Tercios and Brandon Royval. But they're both little guys too, so maybe that is why. But either way, I mean, they're so distinctly, to me, they're significantly more active than everybody else that I watch. Or, I mean, at least enough that I'm like, oh, shit. Because it's like they just, because I'm watching it and I'm like, why doesn't everybody do that? Like, why doesn't everybody just keep moving and not accept a fucking dominant position and stay on their back? Or why doesn't everybody just keep scrambling? That's the secret, you know, like as if, you know what I mean? Like it's that easy. Everyone doesn't do it because it's a lot of work. Fuck. Right, just lay on the floor, and then stand up. You know what I mean? Because you have to like put your hand and just stand up. And you're like, oof. Yeah. Most people are like, young people, you can do it. Most people are like, ugh. Like I sit in a chair and I'm like, ugh. I'm making old man dad noises. But anyway, so it's fucking tiring. But so I was watching them. Oh yeah. And that's the question. I'm trying to think of who else, and also in the higher weight classes, who has a like super active guard or their back or from their back. I mean, I want to say Tony Ferg from, well, he's a little because he'll even like sit in the guard and like chop people with his elbows, but and then you know not against Benny or Charlie. Fuck, but I think he has a fight coming up. Fuck, I should have looked that shit up. But anyways, yeah. So I'm trying to think. I was thinking that. Then Jake Collier and he called out. Oh yeah, I remember he called out Orlovsky. Called him an old dog. But then, I guess Justin Taffa tweeted him a raised hand. Said he's in. I think Justin Taffa is actually now he's scheduled to fight Derek Lewis, I believe. I believe. No. I'm thinking of Taito Ivasa. Oh, that was right. So scratch that. Oh yeah, and I was going through and I was, fuck, did I talk about this? I was going through because I watched like all of Giga's fights and Kattar's fights before the fights that night or that morning, I think maybe, I don't remember. But I was reviewing the old ones and I was watching. I saw Giga because it was showing his record was like. Anyways, I went back and looked, and I guess because he got a draw in one of his fights, and then it got changed. They re-announced it as a win. Oh yeah, and the whole time it was so during the Kattar, Giga Chikadze and Calvin Kattar during their fight. Vittori was sitting in the stand. I think he was sitting next to Dana and or maybe McMahon and them. And then he's like during the fight, you can see in the hall, he's like, "Oh shit, fuck!" And he's like, "Get him!" Like he was going crazy. Like I wish they had a camera just on him for the fight. He was into it. He was going nuts. And that reminds me too. I'm skipping ahead a little bit, but while I'm thinking about it, UFC 267 that just happened in Ngannou versus Gane. So there was, you could see there was like this young girl and a guy. So it was like this girl, a guy, an older gentleman, and then I think Dana was like the next seat. So I believe they're sitting right next to Dana. I was like, who is this fucking like, I don't know. She looked really young. Like, I don't know. She could have been like, I don't know, 16 or 25. I'm not sure. But she had like the red Beats. So sometimes you see people around the ring and those front seats they're sitting. They have the red Beats headphones on, and so she's sitting there, and there's an older guy. But from the very first fight, she was sitting there because you can see like when the prelims fights, when you get angles or shots of where they have angles. What do you call it? Like camera angles where you can see the bleacher, the seats or whatever, and you can see like during the prelims, there's not a lot of people there, and then as the fights go on, more people fill up the seats. Which bugs the shit out of me now. Like before, because I thought I was a hardcore fan because I bought all the pay-per-views, and I would really only watch the main card on most of them, But now that's one of my pet peeves is like, I was like, motherfucker, you went. Because like when I went and we got there and I was like, how disrespectful, you motherfucker. I was like, why are you gonna even come if you're not gonna be here for every single fight? Like, just being a fucking bitch about being a cry, like just complaining or whatever, being a Karen about it. But fuck. Oh yeah, so the girl and the guy, they're sitting there and they're like in the front. They're like next to Dana, and then, but she's from the prelims. She's watching, and because you see her, and she's she's like, oh, like, because sometimes you'll see the people that sit in the front, and they'll just like, they're just like, I don't know. I feel like they're there just to be like, yeah, I had fucking floor seats at the fight or whatever. But like this girl, she was, and the older gentleman too, but like you could see her, like she was like super animated, like was watching every move, like she was excited. She was like, oh, like into every single fucking thing. And then when Ngannou slams Gone the first time, like she was like, who is this girl? I want to know who this is. Because one, I want to thank her for fucking being one of the people that gets to sit next to the fucking cage, and she enjoyed it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, she didn't squander it. Like, it's you know what I mean? It's just so frustrating. Like, but of course, it's like all things. Like, people are always like, oh, well, if I had a fucking car like that, I would wash it. You know, I would take such good care of it, and blah, 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 all that kind of shit. So that's what it is. But I do want to thank whoever she is, her and the dude sitting next to her, whoever her, I don't know if her handler or like, maybe she's like fucking like secret royalty or something. But cause I feel like it's got to be just like all billionaires that ever get to sit, right? Or celebrities. But anyway, so yeah. Thank you to whoever you are for fucking having like the greatest seat and fucking enjoying it the fullest from the very fucking beginning, from the prelims all the way to the end. She was there and she was excited, and I feel also because it's like that's how I am. Because I watched the fight start to finish, and I don't know, maybe I was like, oh, I appreciate it. I like to see people appreciating things that I appreciate. But anyways, yeah. So that was that. But yeah, so Vettori, like you could see, he was like, oh fuck, man. I'll be able to put in some like gifs or whatever of his reactions. But it was fun. It was good to see him there. It definitely for sure would be cool to like for sure. I would like to see him on a fight companion. He would be so good. I feel like in a fight, like on a, you know what I mean? Like whether you watch the fight and then he talks on it, whatever. But yeah. So yeah, that was that. Oh, that was for that fight. Fuck. And then Invicta. Man, I thought I took notes the whole fucking thing, but I didn't. But so I'll just the notes that I have. Like so in there's a fight. Katie Saul, Jones versus Saul. Katie Saul wins by armbar. The next fight, I wrote Helena Peralta. I can't, and I don't remember what she did, but I noticed like someone to keep an eye on. This girl Haley All Hell Cowan. If she's the one I'm thinking of, like she beasted the girl, and then Pomona Pascal, she did a first round finish. Oh, then so on the 22nd. Jorge Masvidal. He had his Icon FC, which I guess that's his like. Oh yeah, so he has Bare Knuckle FC, which he's doing in conjunction with Bare Knuckle BKFC, Bare Knuckle Fight Club, fighting champ, whatever it is, BKFC. So he's doing Bare Knuckle MMA like collaboration with them, and then now he also has Icon FC, which is an MMA promotion that now they're being carried on UFC Fight Pass, and which fucking game bread, good for you, man. That's a big pull to be able to do that. So to have his fight promotion on there. So now, man, all the things like. Because this is the other thing with Invicta, because Invicta used to be on Fight Pass, and then some point last year they were off. Oh, and this other thing too, I noticed. So you know how Megan Anderson was Invicta. Well, she was Invicta champ, and then that's how she got lined up to go to the UFC, and then they're like, oh, maybe this is the one that's gonna be Amanda Nunes, but she choked. Fucking Megan Anderson choked. I mean, can't blame her, but at the same time, it's like, you know, but you know, I wasn't there, you know, so I wouldn't want to get punched by Amanda Nunes either. Oh yeah, but so she was commentating for Invicta, where she was doing like a reporting part. I feel like maybe she did some commentating. I feel like she was like on the commentating desk. Is that what they call it? But then, fuck, what happened? There was another fight. Was it the Kayla Harrison one? Or something where they had someone else, like, because they had her, and then maybe they had Laura Senko come in. But I remember something that's like, but either way, it's like, Megan Anderson was in the front, and then she got, like, moved to the back. And then, because I think there was, like, a couple times, two or whatever, and then she lost her fight with Nunes. And after that, it's like she faded out. Like, I don't know. Because there's a lot going on. So, like, there's all at the same time, too. Like, Invicta got off of UFC Fight Pass. I guess their contract ended or whatever. And so now they're just doing it through YouTube and maybe Axel or whatever, Axis or whatever it is. And then, but yeah, Megan Anderson, I'm trying to figure out. So what? Like, I don't know if the UFC is like, after, like, her terrible performance, they're like, well, we put all this promotion and whatnot into you, and they're like, fuck you. Like, gosh damn it. Like, yeah, but I don't know. Who knows? But, yeah, interesting to see where she is. Oh, yeah. But so Icon FC, they had Pro Gonzalez as one of the commentators. And I've never really watched any of her interviews or anything. So I wasn't sure how it would go, but she's good. She's good. I like her. Like, she's, like, is that a thing to say? I feel like, I don't know, say, like, oh, she's well-spoken, but I feel like saying that is, like, rude in a way, like, we didn't expect her to be. But she's, like, she breaks down the fights really well, and she talks about what's happening in the fight, because then whoever the other guy is, the other commentator, whatever, like, he'll say something, and she'll be like, well, actually, like, she corrected him on one thing, too. I can't remember exactly what it was, but she was good. She's fucking good. And not like, oh, she's good for a woman. Like, she's good. Like, I like, like I said, I like, because one, like, obviously you can tell she has been there, so she knows about, like, she can talk about all the little details of things, like weight cutting or jitters or just being in there. And then also, like, the technical details of, like, when they're wrestling up against a cage, or if you, they choose to do a different sweep or whatever. She talks about that. But whatever. But yeah, so she's good. Pro Gonzalez. Also, I believe maybe I'll put up. Does she have an OnlyFans or a FanTime? I'm pretty sure she does. Let me check the Discord. Let me pull it over. And I meant to do this where I could just fucking display screen, but for some reason it's not working. Let's see here. Under this violence is consent channel. Oh, no. That's not where it is. Oh, fuck. Where did I put it? Oh, here we go. Under the absolutely quaddam cheeky. So, combat athlete OnlyFans, or fan sites. Man, there's gotta be. Hold on. Let me try this one more again. Because there's a way. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, there we go. But it's not showing up. What the fuck? Huh. Gosh damn. Now I'm fucking it all up. I'm gonna have to figure it out. Might be. All right. Oh, where's my cursor? Oh, scheiße. There we go. All right, I'll just read off here. Fuck. Oh my gosh. That would be so. That's what I get for. Damn, I thought I did it before. Graphics. Let's see, what does this do? Nope. Man. Here we go. Whoop. Whoop. Yeah. So for some reason, I'm trying to get to so I can display screen, but for some reason it's not capturing it. Anyways, fuck. That's frustrating. I'll have to figure it out. And then, yeah. I'll do another, what do you call it? OnlyFans review thing. Actually, fuck it. Let's do this. I'll just do this the hard way. As I'm scrolling through, I'll just put up pictures if I have it. So let's see. Dang. Oh, yeah. So let's see. Right now, Amanda Hebus has one for sure. Paige Van Zandt has one for sure. Rachel Ostovich has one for sure. Felice Herrig. Felice Herrig. Emma Thug Panda Mattia, I don't know. Emily Spitfire Whitmire. Jade Eva Smile Mason Wong. Cindy Battlecat Dandois. Who else? Oh, Patty Fontes. Hannah 24K Goldie. Ty Emery has one. Barb Honchak has one. Oh yeah, Rowdy Beck Rawlings. Jessica Penne. Valerie Lareda. Kira Mogwai Batara. Katharina Lenner. Lucera La Loba Acosta. Yeah, oh. Permelia Marie Caser Gonzalez. That's her whole name, I guess. But let's see. IG. Yep. Oh, yeah, she does. It's pearlsparadise.com. So I'll just put the thing up. I'll put it up. But yeah, pearlsparadise.com is hers. So also, let's see. Megan Penning has one. Ariane Celeste has one. The UFC ring girl. Brittany Palmer has one, UFC ring girl. Brooklyn Wren has one, UFC ring girl. Camila Oliveira has one, also UFC ring girl. Israel, the Last Style Bender Adesanya has one. Diego Sanchez has one. Where I heard before, what's his crazy ass fucking manager or whatever was running it before. So, actually, I think maybe it's down now. Juliana Killer Miller has one. Cloud Jigadelia has one. I don't know who this is, but she does MMA and she has one. Aitana Nightmare Alvarez. I don't know who she fights for, but she has one. Paliana Viana has one. I don't know this guy. Johan Raming. He has one. Jessica Andrade has one. And yeah, I guess she paid off her house with that one. So, man, good for her. Trying to think. I mean, I feel like I would have to. If I could make enough money from showing a picture of my vagine, because she does have one in there, I was surprised. Because most, like the MMA ones, they're all like pretty. I guess some of them they do full. They are full nude, but there's none of them I don't think that are like like spread eagle, and Andrade has some in there. So I mean, good for her. Fuck. I mean, I would. Come on, I'd have to, right? If I was like, I'll be able to pay off my house. Who cares? Danum, California has one. Jessica Black Widow Borgia has one. Caitlin Killikay Nakao. Sorry if I fucked up your name. Alan Guerrero Gomez. Who does he fight for? I don't know. Sandra Medojed Moskova. I think she's a boxer, it looks like. Kay Hansen has one. She just fought. Oh, man. Oh, this is her IG. Oh, she has one. So her IG and then... But yeah, she has one. She's super cute. Cassie Robb. I find her attractive. Cassie Robb has one. Who is this? Oh, that's her. Sugar Show. Oh, yeah. Sugar Show. Sean O'Malley. He has one. He switched. Mercedes 10th Planet Tucson has one. Chuck Liddell has one. Fallon Fox has one. Jessica Evil Eye has one. Alice Ardalian. I don't know. Sorry, I fucking up your name. But she has one. Oh, Kevin Holland has one. Oh, that's the last one I added on there. So that's all the ones. But I'll pop up a thing. Get out of here. Bait it. All right. Yeah. So why was I? Who? Oh, Pearl Gonzalez. But yeah. Great commentator. Go give her some money on her fan site too. And it's a funny thing, like one of the because in the US 270 on the early prelims, Vanessa Demopoulos. I'm getting ahead of myself, but fuck it. So Vanessa Demopoulos, she fought on the card. Who she fought, but oh yeah. So Michael Bisping. So he commentated that fight, but then on his podcast, the Believe You Me podcast, his MMA podcast. It's good one. Check it out. I think they do 2 episodes a week. BYM, Believe You Me. But so anyways, on his show, he was talking about Vanessa Demopoulos, and he was like, well, he's like, we didn't want to say it or whatever, but she brought it up after interview or whatever, or her post fight, because she used to be a exotic dancer or a stripper, and like it's so I think it's funny that like he got all like, he's like, I didn't want to, like, we knew but we didn't want to like say it or whatever, because it's like, I don't know, because I feel like people just saying someone's a stripper, it sounds like you're shaming them. So I feel like, and also to add on to that, like all these fighters with like OnlyFans pages, right? So then the commentators, they get all like, like itchy, stiff corporate about like talking about it, like acting like, it's like if they have an OnlyFans, they want people to go to it. That's the only way they're gonna make money, and especially if they're doing nudity on there, it's like, you think they if they're already like, hey, I'm doing nudity, come check it out, give me money, then they're past whatever shame you think they're gonna have. Like they're like, they're doing this, and to make money, they need people to know about it and to come and see it and to pay for it, right? So it's like it's a weird transition from like, and I think it's like a male. Well, maybe it's a cultural thing. Male and females, we're trying to protect someone's reputation because in history, we've been taught like, oh, it's shameful to show your body, especially for a woman. It's if she's down to her last resort, then she has to use her body to sustain herself, to make money, like going into sex trade and porn or this or dancing, or like, we're always like, it's all shameful, like, oh, like she must have no other options. She is only able to make money from her body or sexuality. I feel like that's like the whole energy in the story, like everyone, like we get just like bombarded with. So then now it's like trying to think like and I feel like the commentator's like, oh, we're protecting her honor by not mentioning that she has an OnlyFans site or whatever. Which also, having an OnlyFans site doesn't, nowadays, it doesn't necessarily mean that you do sex or nudity on there. because they have like chefs and shit on there now. Because they're trying to make it. Obviously, like most of it is. The majority of it, I think, is nudity, but and sex. But they're also branching out. They want to have people on, like Sugar's on there. He's not fucking on his. He's just doing his podcast and all whatever other shit on there too. But anyways, so one of the greatest things I saw done with that is when Rachel Ostovich, sorry, confusing two women that I find attractive. Two attractive ladies. Can't I confuse them? But anyway, so yeah, Rachel Ostovich, she when her and Paige Van Zandt fought on BKFC, in the center of the, I talked about it before too, in the center of the ring where it says like bare knuckle fighting and it has their logo around the outside of it, on one it says, on one half of it was the URL to Paige Van Zandt's site, pagefanzant.com, and then the other one was the URL to Rachel Ostovich's fan site, which is rachel247.com. So go give them patronage. But those were in the center of the ring. So right, just as big as, advertising real estate as the promotion ad for bare knuckle BKFC. Rachel247.com and pagefanzant.com had just as much space. So I can't man, they had that. I wish there was someone that could show us the numbers on like the increase, the subscriber increase following that, during and following that fight, because they had to get so many subscribers just fucking from that. Like, what a genius. Like, I don't know if they thought of that and said, hey, in our deal, like for this fight we want to have this, or if BKFC came and they're like, hey, like we'll make it even sweeter, we'll put this on there for you too. But yeah, that's genius. So it's like, yeah, going back to Michael Bisping when he's talking about, he's like, I don't want to talk, like say that but she brought it up, so it's okay for me to say that, she's been a stripper before, kind of thing. It's like, yeah, it's funny. I mean, it's, funny to look at how times are changing. But it's like, so it's like, yeah. So like with the OnlyFans thing, people are like, I can't, like it's like I'm out. They act like I'm outing this woman for saying she has an OnlyFans. When it's like saying, I'm outing I'm outing fucking, I don't know who. I was trying to think of a name of a specific, but it doesn't matter. That's like for just outing someone for fucking going to their job, like and especially when it's a job based on getting attention. Like if they don't get any attention, they're not going to get any clicks. They're not going to get any subscriptions. They're not going to get any buys. They're not going to get any money. So they need that attention. So anyways, I just thought it was a interesting phenomena to look at. But anyways, so maybe I'll do another one later when I figure out how to get the screen capture to work properly. But anyways, calm down, me. So Icon FC. So yeah, even wrote my great commentator Pro Gonzalez, Manshur Kara and Travis Floyd. Oh, I liked his feints and his footwork, and he was switching stances. He landed his left hand off, doing this, and he was doing well. I was like, oh yeah, this guy's gonna. And then, for Floyd, yeah, Floyd I liked his movement, but then he got taken down and rear naked choked. This dude, Raw Dog Nolan Leg versus Luis Hernandez. Oh, they called it the Clash of the Stash because they both had like fucking epic little mustachios on. And this one guy, dang, I don't know what this note is supposed to say. Slippers rap? Fuck. But, oh yeah, but I think he did throw an illegal head kick, but they didn't say shit about it. Because it was like he threw a might have been a knee. Like when Raw Dog Nolan Leg he was down on the ground against the fence, and he was starting to get up, and his knee was still on the ground, and Hernandez threw a kick as he was getting up, and it hit him. I think it like bounced off his arm and then hit him in his head or something. But it was like I was surprised he didn't throw. No one threw a fit about it, and the ref didn't say anything. Like afterward, everyone was just like, "Well, guess we'll let it go." Yeah. But and he reminded me, of Don Fry when he was coming out. And then I got Cosme and Shank. I didn't finish them. I'll be honest. I didn't get through all. I started watching it, and then because I saw it was on there, because I remember I knew that it was happening, and then I fucking completely forgot. And then I saw it, and I was like, oh fuck! So I started watching it, and then I was like, oh shit! I forgot there's because it was before something else I was gonna watch. So I started watching it, but then I clicked off and watched a different fight. But I'll go back and finish, because I got to finish that, and I still got to finish the Invicta card too. So then, UFC 270, Kay Hansen, we just talked. She has a OnlyFans. Go check her. Ooh, she better. Hold on, where's the little thing so I can say what her address is supposed to be. Let's see, where am I at? Kay Hansen. Man, here we go. It's just OnlyFans.com/Kay Hansen MMA. And that is her. But anyway, so she fought Jasmine Jasudavicius. I can't say it. Shout out most Jasudavicius. I think she's French Canadian But anyways, I thought I was going for Kay Hansen. Oh. Oh yeah. So anyway, and then Jasmine Jasudavicius, man, she worked there. Kay Hansen's good. I think she's like the manager of one of the 10th planets where she's at. I think in Arizona somewhere. Her UFC debut, she fought Jin Frey. I believe Jin Frey is a former Invicta champion. But then Kay Hansen just jiu-jitsu'd her into the ground and looked really good. But Jasudavicius beat her. She looks looking good. But yeah, at the beginning too. So they have that 4K camera, and they brought it in, and they were doing a shot of Jasmine with the 4K camera, but she was completely out of focus, and you could see her corner was hanging over the top of the cage. So everyone behind her was in focus. So they got this like however many thousands of dollars shot that they're taking complete for like the highest quality display out of focus. And I thought it was funny because they like when the 4K camera first came out, like they made a big deal about like, because I guess in like NFL and whatnot, they use it and like, oh wow, now we got this doing the same, like we're legit like NFL, making a big deal about it. And it reminds me too. So if you watch PFL, the professional fighter league. So they're the MMA promotion that they do their fights instead of doing like fight card, like base, how like boxing fight like have the main card have that set up. They do more, or they have like they have a season schedule. So they have their set of fighters at the beginning that they know, and then they schedule them out. So it's like a tournament season. So you get like a whole season. So you know how many fights you're going to get. And at the beginning, you know who you're going to fight, et cetera, et cetera. So it's like a real, kind of like a more formal format and more like a sports league, I guess, kind of thing. So the point of me is saying that, fuck, is it PFL or Bellator? Shit. I think it's PFL. But it might be Bellator. Fuck. I'll have to go back and look. I'm pretty sure it's PFL, though. Because I've watched more PFL than I've Bellator, I feel like. And I think... But anyways. So PFL... So anyways, the ghost... So they call it... It's like the ghost cam. Whichever one it is. PFL or Bellator. So they have this thing they call... They're like, this is... And they make a big... And I want to make a big deal about it. Except that they make a big deal about it. They're like... Oh, wow, look. And they'll even put a little thing on the screen. It's like, oh, now with our ghost cam technology, we are able to show you the fight like at eye level and it removes the cage from the thing, the cage from the view. Because like if you're standing outside of the eye level at the cage, you're looking. Obviously, there's chain link fence right there. So when you're looking, you see the chain link fence and you can see the fight. And they're like, our ghost cam technology removes that from the thing, but it's just like they're just moving the camera close enough and changing the focus where it pulls the chain link out of focus and you just see the fighters. And I'm like, you can do that with any camera. But they keep just like billing it, like trying to sell out, like they're doing us, the viewer, this huge favor, like using this incredible technology to do us a favor to be able to see the fight through the chain link. And sometimes even you can still you can slightly see the it's like it doesn't pull the chain link all the way out of view. It softens it to a point, but you can still see it. So it's like, who is saying this with a straight face, and that we're even going to make a graphic and be like, we're using our proprietary ghost cam technology. You'll never, in no other fight promotion will you be able to get this view except for with our special technology. I'm like, are you kidding? Like, who the okay. But anyways, that's one of my pet peeves with, I'm pretty sure it's PFL, but because they specifically say, oh, here we are, you're welcome, the viewer, you're getting a special view of the fight because of our ghost cam technology. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. But anyways, so yeah, that made me think that seeing Jasudavicius, like they're making this big deal about this camera that they have, but it's like they don't even get the fighter in focus. Oh yeah, so I guess she was a silver medalist in Canadian freestyle, which I didn't know. And her wrestling is, well, actually her wrestling, and because Kay Hansen is super strong too, but her wrestling was good to push and dictate the positions that the fight was gonna be in. But she's also beating her on the feet too, like hitting her. Just her hands were getting her. Ooh, yeah, giving her some elbows from when she got her down on the ground. Kay was working a guard. And I was like, she's so close. I'm always, because I like, yeah. I was like, you never know. Yeah, Kay was chasing subs, but she's chasing those subs. But then when Jasmine got on top of her, she starts throwing those elbows. And it's like, they're saying that I can't remember who said it. So sorry, my bad. I can't give proper credit. But they say like, they're like, even a black belt. So a black belt in jiu-jitsu, they become like, if you punch them in the face, they become a brown belt, and then you hit them, and then so it's basically like once you start hitting them, like their belt is like, all right, so this like think about Professor Ryan Hall, this fucking incredible fucking jiu-jitsu dude. If you don't know him, check him out, Ryan Hall. He's a specialist, a wizard. He's a fucking check his interview with Lex Friedman on the Lex Friedman podcast, like chef's kiss. It's beautiful. But just the way he approaches life and he thinks about everything. But anyway, so he's in there in the cage, and then Ilya Topuria just fucking hammer fisted him into oblivion because he was on his leg, he's chasing that because I don't know, he's like the guy that people attribute the term, like when you get into a 50-50 position and a 50-50 leg position, when you're both on the ground and you both have each other's legs, basically you can both do the same thing to each other's legs. You're in that like entangled position. I think it's referred to as a 50-50, and people attribute that to him. Like they're like, he is the guy that not invented it, but like that's the guy that people like think of when they think about like developing that, I think. But anyway, so someone like one of the greatest jiu-jitsu players in the world, like start hitting him in the face and it changes, like I can't do, you know what I mean? Because you can't, it's hard to do so. It's hard to keep pulling on someone's foot when they're fucking smashing you in their head. If they can reach you. But so anyways, yeah, Jasmine, so with her wrestling, she was able to like dictate the positions and the location of the fight. And then when they were on the ground, whenever Kay Hansen started to do the jiu-jitsu game, Jasudavicius would just hit her. And then that was her anti-jiu-jitsu, and then when she stopped that, then she starts hitting him. At one point, but Herzog stands him up. Kay gets back inside, goes for a double. Jazz stuffs it. Then she takes her back down. But yeah. Fuck. I don't know what these notes mean. 5,000 rock off. K's team. Numbers are gonna win. Oh, that's what they were called, because they were calling out. So when they call out their because they have like little coded terms for the fighters, so they can call it out, so that the other team doesn't, makes it harder for the other team to know what they're doing. So one of them was 5,000 roll off was one of their, like, that 5,000 roll off. So I was trying to think of what that, and then another person, they're like, numbers are gonna win this fight. They're saying that to Jasudavicius or whatever, and one of the commentators are like, what? They're like, I think they're telling her to like point fight her basically, and just touch her, just keep touching her, and like the numbers will add up. But I was thinking, I was like, maybe by saying numbers are gonna, I'm ready to be, people tell me I'm stupid, but in my head I was like, or maybe they're saying like 1, 2, like just keep it simple, like simple, not like jab cross, because she was beating her with her hands on the feet. So I don't know if maybe that's what they're saying, is like they're telling her not to wrestle, and they're telling her to stay on the feet, throw combos. That's what for numbers. That's what I was saying. It's like maybe they're saying stay on the feet, throw combos, and that's how you're gonna win. And like, but who knows? I don't know. But anyways, it ended up 30, 27, 29, 28, 29, 28. Oh yeah, and then Vanessa Demopoulos, who I talked about earlier, she fought Silvana Gomez. So, oh yeah, Frank Trigg is the ref. I was like, oh shit. I wonder what Matt Serra thinks about that. Or I think maybe they became buddies now, or maybe they buried the hatchet. I don't remember. But I see Frank Trigg ref one of the Long Island fighters fights. Because I think Matt Serra's cornering again. I think he's back. Because I think he cornered Marab. But anyways. So Demopoulos, she gets dropped straight off. Silvana Gomez. She's fighting Silvana Gomez Juarez, and she gets dropped straight off the bat. Starts getting ground and pounded. And then she throws up an armbar. Because I believe she's 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu too. And so the thing with her, I mean, so the first time that I saw her was when she won the LFA belt fighting Sam Hughes. And in that fight, it was a 5-round ass kicking. She was getting just like, because if you see her at the end of the fight to her face, she was just getting fucking popped the whole time, getting touched. And then I think in like the last 10 seconds, so she's getting hit, beat up. Then at the 5th round, she goes down, she's on her back. Sam Hughes is on top of her and like jumps into her guard and is hitting her. And she just throws up this like you see her on her, Demopoulos is on her back, like all the way on her back, and she's leaning up, and you see, maybe I can get a little gif of it. And you see her just like this movement's like, it's just like, it was crazy. It's just like because she's just on her back, and you're like, she's just getting stacked, just folded over. And then you see her go, it's like this quick move, like that. And you see her straighten out, and then you see Hughes is just like in there, and then I think they fall to the side, and then the commentator's like, I think she's out. And then like Sam Hughes was out. She got her with a fucking just crazy inverted triangle. Oh, I wonder if I have notes on that. Oh, this is Invicta. Man, because I remember I did watch. I wonder if I wrote notes on that fight. And if I did. Oh, this is from. Dang. I'm going to go back and see if I wrote notes on that fight. But either way. So when I saw her in that fight, I was like, oh, fuck. I was like, man, that's crazy. Because then when I saw her, she was in Contender Series. I was like, oh fuck yeah, because I was like, she's gonna. But actually, all her fights. Is this her second or third fight in the UFC? But they go that way. It's like she's always goes to her back, and then she like plays the jiu-jitsu game. She's fucking crazy bending. She's doing all this weird, like, you know what I mean, like, so she can get it. But it's also this thing like to say about just avoid getting hit at the same time. But yeah, I was glad to see her pull that off. Fuck, I thought I was gonna say something else about it, but yeah. Wow. So Jazz wins. Oh yeah, Demopoulos. Oh, fuck, my brain is gone. Oh yeah, and then she jumps in her post-fight interview. She's like, oh, and this too, like everyone was like, oh my god, it's Joe Rogan, I can't believe it. For like every time everyone came up to the interview, or he came up for the interview, and then she jumped into his arms. It's like, good for you. Well, like, see this, and that's the thing too, where like, that's the thing about like the UFC, like people. So like, I think a big part of it too is just the eyeballs, and then the more you are able to cultivate those eyeballs, the more the promotion, because obviously the promotion, they're promoting the fight, and if you make it easier for them to promote it by doing things like that, with jumping in Joe Rogan's arms after doing crazy, getting that crazy armbar and whatever, is like, because now UFC have all these clips of her. So yeah, I like to see fighters when they do that. Like, that's what that post fight interview is for. You gotta sell yourself. You know what I mean. You gotta sell yourself for the one for your next fight, and then also for your brand. You gotta continue your brand, because if you're not relevant, then if you're not in people's minds and on tongues, if you're not of interest, then you're gonna be more likely to be overlooked. Because like, look at think about Conor McGregor. Fucking snapped his leg off. He could probably come back. It would not be crazy to if he were to come back and walk straight into a fucking title fight. It sounds crazy to say, but it's possible. It could happen because of who he is and what he's done, like bringing attention to the sport and everything. And also, you know, that whole champ run was fucking incredible. But also just his whole branding and personality. And it's so he has so much energy behind that he's able to fucking dictate things that nobody else has ever gotten to do, or may ever get to do again. But yeah, so well done, good for her on that. Oh, the Gravely Oliveira fight. Yeah, I thought Gravely had that one. Jack Madalena. Oh, put on a clinic. Victor Henry and Barcelos. Victor Henry incredible. Great post-fight interview. Oh, that's another guy. So his post-fight interview. Another one. So I think he took did I write that down? Yeah, he took this fight on a 2 weeks notice too. So he came in there on 2 weeks notice, looked incredible, and killed the fucking post-fight interview too. Like, this guy, he's gonna be, if not a star, he's gonna be. We're gonna know about this guy because if he keeps fighting like he does and carrying on, like promoting himself, we're gonna keep hearing about this guy. So remember that name, Victor Henry. He's a guy we're gonna be hearing about. All right, then Michael Morales and this is one, not Grapply, but this is the one I thought. So Michael Morales and Trevin Giles. I thought Giles had this one. Giles is a monster, and he was beating Morales' ass until he wasn't. Like, Morales caught him with that left hook, and then he was able to take over. But yeah, what a great comeback. Saeed Nurmagomedov. They say no relation to Khabib, but I mean he's from Dagestan. But I guess he's not affiliated with Khabib. Oh, and he's also I think he's like one of the first fighters that I saw because like when they at the right before they come in the cage when they're greasing them up and checking them, doing the pre-fight checks, they because they always usually they step up in front of the fucking cut man or whatever, the ref, and then they like have them give hugs to all their team as like they're going to battle and might not come back or something. So this is the first dude I saw, like the guy, he pointed at his team, or the ref pointed at his team, and then like Panama, like mime doing a hug, and Saidi like turns around and looks at him, and he's just like, and they're all like, and he turns back, he's like, nah, we're good. He's like, we don't need a hug, we're good. So I was like, oh, because I've seen some fighters too where the people are like, they're like, oh, you want to, like, hey, your team, give them a hug, and they're like, I'm good, and they're like, no. And they point at him again, and they're like, turn around, like, oh, okay. They're like, here, hugs. So he's the first guy that I think that I've seen, at least that I can remember, that like refused. It was just like, no, I'm not. We don't need to do that. So good on, I like that. But he was fucking killing him on the feet, and then he gets him with the guillotine, I think. Michel Pereira and Andre Fiallo. Man, I think Fiallo came into this on a short fight notice because I can't remember, Pereira was supposed to fight. But, man, yeah, Fiallo's tough. He's going to do well. But Pereira won the decision. Yeah. Yeah, he took, man, it sucks because, like, when he first came into the U.S., so you want to see him, increase, competition. But it's also really nice, like, when he first came in the UFC and he was just doing all that crazy, wild. He was just doing, like, backflips on the way to the cage, like doing, what are the windmill, like, breakdancing, like, running up the cage and just doing all kinds of crazy shit before the fight. And then when the fight starts, he's doing all that, like, Matrix, like, Trinity running across the Matrix and, like, or against the wall, like, doing all kinds of crazy shit. Like, it was fun. Like, his first two fights, he did that and he was able to win, but then he got a fight and he like the guy didn't go down and he gassed out, and then I think he lost the decision. So like since then he's really, I think like 2 fights in a row he lost because he gassed out or whatever, or one of them he might have gassed out in one, so he didn't change his plan. But either way, so now he's like super reserved. Like he in a couple, 1 or 2 of the rounds, he opened up a little and did some spinny shit. But I mean, it's good. It's good. He mixes it a little bit in there, so everyone's like, oh, but then also still able to maintain the win. And then also he got a fucking because the fight with Chaos Williams, it was real. I think he won that one by decision. But he was because I'm sure I bet on because I bet on Chaos Williams to knock him out. And Chaos caught him at least twice, clean, full fucking clean right in the chin, and I don't think he even went down. So it's like, we know Michel Pereira's got a fucking block head chin on him. Like 2 clean shots from Chaos Williams. I can't even like taking hits from that dude in a pad. But either way, so Pereira, he's evolving. He's evolving. I think it's the word of the week. Evolution. Then Figgy and Moreno. I guess they're gonna be the first tetralogy. Which I'm not mad at. It's really interesting. And then Francis and Cyril. Oh, yeah. So then I saw Mick Maynard put the belt on Francis. Dana White didn't come in and put the belt on him. So, and because with the champion clause, so I think that was his last fight in his contract, but he won. So I think it automatically extends you 1 fight if you have the championship clause or whatever. So I think he's sitting there. He has 1 fight left. and he's trying to renegotiate because he wants to do boxing and it wants that included in his deal, which the UFC is not going for. So now he's in an interesting position because I guess if he had lost, then he would have been a free agent, but he wouldn't have had the belt. So he's free agent, but without that, that leverage of being like, oh, we're getting the UFC champion, heavyweight champion of the world. So it's gonna be interesting how it plays out. I'm gonna try something. All right, surprise called King. Let's see if I can do it to O. Let's see if we can get him. Ah, scheiße. Dang it, I forgot. Oh, maybe. Let's see. Yes. Yeah. Hello.
Yo.
Hey, you busy?
Kind of, not really, but what's up?
Oh, no, I'm recording, so I called you. I was going to talk to you about the fights. Yeah, I was going to ambush you into talking about the fights.
What's up, man?
Do what?
Yeah, what's up?
Oh, here, let me call you. I'm going to call you from a different number. I'm going to call you right back.
All right.
All right. Here we go. What the fuck? Come on. There we go. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. Scheiße. Ready?
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system.
Yeah.
Hey, can you hear me?
Hello?
Hello? Can you hear me? You can hear me? Sorry.
Yeah.
Cool.
Hold on, let me put my thing.
Sweet. Yeah, you did watch the fights because I forgot you sent me your long leg parlay. How many legs were on there?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hold on. Okay, I can hear you.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh yeah. Well, I was saying, I was asking. I was like, you watched the fights, right? But then I remembered you sent me your long leg parlay that you made. Like, how many legs was on it?
It was like a 7-leg parlay, I think.
It was like 2,000. I can't remember. It was like 1,200 or 2,000, like percent, like plus 2,000 or something.
Yeah, it was pretty ridiculous. But I was looking at my picks and I was, dude, it wasn't that ridiculous.
No, not at all.
I mean,
no, not at all. Like most of the picks on there, I would have gone for, and even the ones that I wouldn't, it was just personal. Like because I was going for Moreno, but of course,
Because I lost the Giles and Barcelos fight.
yeah,
and
those. So those.
They were amazing. Don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching them, but it was just like what?
Yeah, because like Giles and Giles and Barcelos, you know, they're both beasts. They fuck people up. So I did, and Giles was winning until it got that little left hook. Morales got him because he was beating Morales' ass.
Still, I mean, like I was watching the clip they were doing on Ngannou with the Stipe fight of how like when Ngannou when people just like straight up swing with just their arms, you know?
Yeah.
Versus when they show a clip when they finally put that hip when they finally rotate that hip into and get that torque, it's like dude, that power is it's just so different.
Yeah. What did you think about his jiu-jitsu?
Who's jiu-jitsu?
Francis Ngannou.
Ngannou's bro, dude.
He was wrestling and doing jiu-jitsu. Yeah. Like, all right.
I mean, he did what he had to do.
Yeah. So this is this is also the first time too, because like it's usually like I hate like when you wrestle, when you see like motherfucker, he's just laying on him. Like this is the first time where I was like, do it, lay there, Francis, just lay on. Hold him down, like, take him down, hold that motherfucker down.
Like, thing got busted. I was like, man, I want Francis to win. Screw it.
Yeah. Oh man. And then, but the only thing I was like, I just wish he threw a couple elbows. Cause
his ground and pound game that obviously needs work.
Yeah, but also it's like
I was thoroughly impressed that he had one.
Yeah, that he landed like 3 takedowns, at least 2, but I think he ends up taking him down at least 3 times. And when he took it, and it was like high amplitude. Like that first one, he slammed Cyril when he caught his leg. You know, he caught him with his left arm, and he picked him up in the air and slammed him on the ground. Damn.
Yeah.
Oh man, I was hyped up when he did. Like round 3, like I was rooting for him in the beginning. And then when it got to round 3, I was like, fuck, he's gonna lose this fight. He looks like he's broken. He gave up. Because there's even one of the times when he was on his back when Cyril took him down and he was on his back, and he looked like he just laid down. Like he was just like, fuck, all right, well, now I'm here. But then you could hear his corner yelling at him, and he just like rolled over, and I can't remember if that was the time when he got that sweep when Cyril tried to go for the leg or the heel hook. But yeah, it was like I got so excited when he started say what?
No, I can't remember exactly either, but when I did see Francis throwing the dude down, like, you know, taking him down, I was just like, yo, what?
So you're a wrestler now. Like, oh man. Because I can't remember which one they were like, he's doing jiu-jitsu.
Man, that was exciting though, for real. Yeah, but what you think of the Moreno fight? I know you were rooting for Moreno the whole time.
Yeah, I mean, I was rooting for Moreno, but you know, yeah, I like them both because when it started, I liked Figgy. Like I came into it like at the beginning when they first started fighting, I was going for Figgy, and then there was something about the last fight. I don't know. I felt like he gave up. Like he wasn't in it. I was like, maybe he doesn't want to do this. He wants to move up, or maybe he's not in it anymore. And like Moreno's such a like nice dude, you know, with his Legos and shit. Like I was like, all right, I like him as champion now. I like him, but fuck, like that. I mean, yeah. At first, I thought I was like, oh man, this is a robbery. But then, like thinking back, Figgy he knocked Moreno down. He got like a knockdown in almost every round.
Oh yeah, he was putting damage.
Yeah, he was doing the most damn. Like Moreno was.
You know what?
What's up?
It was Moreno's fight to lose, in my personal opinion, because I think Moreno has what it takes to stop Figgy. But okay, this is my reason that I chose Figgy. I've been following Moreno on social media, and bro, that dude's been living it up. And Figgy, you don't really see him as much because that dude's been busting his butt. And when he made weight this time, he made weight.
Oh yeah,
he did it properly.
1 pound under.
Right, you know what I'm saying? And so I felt like he was more dangerous than Moreno was. He's hungrier.
Yeah.
And Moreno was too cocky.
Yeah.
His preparations were honestly probably lacking, in my personal opinion.
Well, I mean, I don't know if I feel like he took him less seriously this time, but I did feel I felt like he was a little. I don't know. It was weird because I felt like he was a little. So he wasn't. Moreno wasn't going forward the same way he did in the first two fights. Like in the first two fights, they were just going like gas pedal to the metal, fucking going for it. And this one, he was more reserved, and I mean, he did look. I don't know. I felt like he looked confident, but he didn't look like his first round. The first round, I thought he was great, but then after that, it kind of went back and forth. And then, I also think because with Figueiredo, like I feel like if it hadn't been for him getting with Henry Cejudo, he wouldn't have gotten this. You know what I mean? I don't think he would have made he wouldn't have made weight in the same way. He wouldn't have carried himself in like the interviews and stuff all the same way. Like I feel like now he's really got he's got a serious team like working with him now. I think like Cejudo was like that missing piece. Cause like the other guy, like his manager, like Waleed is a great promoter, and then that fucking I can't remember. I think they call him Captain Eric, the dude with the fucking weird the white glasses or whatever. Like he's he's also like a great promoter, and like he's great at like getting into shit, you know. And I think like having Cejudo there now too is like just like the fucking last piece to lock him into. Cause you obviously like Cejudo knows how to make weight and all that shit. He knows how to be a champ. So, I mean, I think with that team, it's gonna be interesting. Oh,
I don't know. Okay. If Moreno and Figgy fought 5 times from right now, who do you think would win more?
Well, I mean, they said they want to do best of 7s, but that's a good question.
Because
before I would have said, because before I was like, Deuce together, he's never gonna lose. And then in the last one, I was like, I feel like his spirit was broken, or he doesn't want to cut to 25 anymore, and he just wants to go up. But now, so if he stays this same hungry, yeah. I mean, I just feel like it's gonna be him unless. I think he can only beat himself. I feel like, not all right. That doesn't sound good, but yeah, I don't know. I couldn't confidently say.
So what did you place bets that night? What did you place?
No, I didn't make any bets.
What? Oh, that's right. I remember.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. But yeah, man. I mean, I figured because I had a friend who's his girl. She doesn't know anything about UFC, but she just loves watching it. She had a 10 leg the last UFC thing, and she won like over $1,000 off like a $5 bet or something like that. And I was just like, dude, what the crap?
Damn.
And so I've been trying it ever since, and it's like at least 7 every time, and it's just
Maybe that's what I'll do from now. Like I'll try to do like a $5 crazy ass parlay that cashes out to, because there's some of them like I've seen this one like they made on their parlay it's like a $5 bet and they win like tens of thousands of dollars. So, but it's on like crazy stuff. So, but man, can you? I won't imagine the feeling of hitting one of those. Oh,
I mean, did you see when they? I know you're talking about UFC, but there was the football game, the last football game on Sunday with the Bills and the Chiefs.
I heard it was like the craziest game that has ever happened.
Yeah, somebody bet. Okay, with 13 seconds left, the Bills had a 3-point lead against the Chiefs. And with 13 seconds left, somebody bet the Chiefs would win the game. With 13 seconds left, and the Chiefs came back and wanted to do from $150 went to like $150,000 or something like that. It was ridiculous.
Oh wow, man, that's so crazy. Ugh. Oh,
one can only dream.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I think maybe I'll do that. But this was going back to Francis and Gon. So I know we both got like really excited about seeing Francis wrestle and do the jits. But what do you think about Johnny Bones Jones? If he ever fucking gets his shit together and gets in the cage, if we see him fight,
who's that? Say that again.
John Jones.
What do I think about him getting in the cage at the heavyweight division with these guys?
Yeah. What do you think? How do you think he would do against?
Have you seen him? The dude's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, like I was watching. I love watching old UFC clips of like back in the day, and
Yeah.
and I was watching John Jones's like UFC debut, and then John Jones's first title defense, and then just looking at him back then to now, he's literally, I would say, more than doubled in size, bro.
I mean, I don't know about doubled, but he's supposed to be like around
I would say close to that double.
doubled. He was a light heavyweight, so you think he's 410 pounds?
I mean, like just look at him in size, bro. Like double in size. Okay, double in size.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but yeah, because but I mean that was his goal too, was just to get up, because I think they're saying he's like a solid 240, 250 right now, but
I think he would give. Gane issues.
I think
He would give Francis issues as well too.
I think he'll give him all, because before I was like, nah, I don't think so, but just think about how good he is at wrestling. No one's gonna be able.
He's a very athletic guy, bro. He's honestly, I would say, one of the most athletic people in the UFC, in my personal opinion.
John Jones.
Yeah, I think that dude's athletic as fuck.
For sure. Oh, for sure, 100%. And that was part of the thing, I mean, like at lightweight, because he's, also able to move so well. But I don't know. After seeing Gone, everyone's like, oh, he's the most like athletic heavyweight, like his footwork, and he moves like a middleweight. But I guess I haven't seen how John Jones moves as a heavyweight, but I feel like just his wrestling, like no one's gonna be able to. Well, no, maybe like Jarzinho or something, like a wrestler, or Curtis Blades, but not. Cyril Gane is not gonna stop a takedown from John Jones, and I don't. The only way, I think Francis may, but he would have to power through. But I think John Jones just has the skill that I don't think they're gonna be able to stop him from taking them down.
But to be honest with you, okay, let me ask you this: do you think that John Jones would honestly want to take those guys down?
Yes.
Oh yeah, so he want to beat them on the floor where it's easy for him. But honestly, I don't think he would even need to do that because he's faster than them. I mean, he's that's the thing, so much faster than them, bro.
If he's as fast, but that's the thing. If he's as fast as he was at 205, yes. But I don't. We haven't seen. We haven't seen him. Yeah, we haven't seen him perform with an extra 50 pounds of weight on his body.
True.
So I mean, if he's moving as fast as he did at 205, but he weighs 250, then like no one's ever gonna beat him, for sure.
I mean, like, obviously, straight power, he's not gonna be able to match anybody with just raw power.
Yeah. No,
I mean,
even at 205.
In Gane, I would say at least.
Yeah. Because I mean, like even at 205, Jones was he wasn't known for like. One, you know what I mean, like one punch knockouts or anything like that. Like he would beat people by points, or he'd out skill them. He would neutralize whatever. Like when he fought Thiago Santos, like he
just made it easy though.
Yeah, he's a victim of his own success for sure.
He like literally made his fights look easy, damn near.
Yeah, besides Reyes, but that was after he was coming back, and he was also getting bored with the division. So like that's. Yeah, that's how good he was. Like, he just got so bored that he's like, fuck this belt. I'm going to just go up, I guess.
I honestly think if the dude never got in trouble and never, like, did stupid things, he would literally have gone down as one of the greatest, if not the greatest UFC fighter in history.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he still might if he can get back in the cage. But, yeah, all the shit with outside of the cage is like...
I mean, how old is he now? 36, 35?
No. There's no way. Because he was
He's got to be in his mid-30s.
He was like 22 when he won his first title.
It's been a while, bro. You're an old guy now, bro.
Well, he's not my age. He's younger than me.
Yeah, I think he's my age. I think he's like 33 or 34, dude.
I can say maybe he's like 33, 34, I guess, yeah.
He's older than me, actually, I think. So I think he's like 34.
Yeah. But, I don't know, he's moving up to heavyweight, and so they tend to go longer too. But fuck. Yeah.
Do you foresee John Jones coming back and winning the chip?
So for me, where I'm at with John Jones is I don't think about him besides in the cage, because it's like all the other shit is just too much. I was like, just let me know when he's scheduled to fight again. You know what I mean?
Oh, you don't think he deserves to be back in the cage?
No. I separate John Jones the fighter and John Jones the personality, because all the shit all that outside of the cage, like, is just I don't need it. But if he's in the cage, I'll watch for sure. I mean, I would like to see him perform. Because it's like, he is like one of the greatest athletes ever. So
hands down.
I want to see him perform.
His brother is doing crazy work in the NFL.
Yeah, doesn't he have two brothers in the NFL?
Yeah, well, the one of them's the Cardinals. He's I think it's
end. Oh, okay. Well, they're both pro athletes too, though. But yeah, man.
Hell yeah.
I guess we'll see.
Hey, what's when's the next? Is it the next UFC? Is it Derek Lewis fight? Right? Is that?
The next fight night.
I think so.
Oh damn! Where did I write it? You have to look. I think Lewis and Tafa.
Yeah, but I mean, going back to John Jones though.
Tai Tuivasa, right?
I think he'll come back and he'll own. If he stays out of trouble, he's gonna come back and own the shit.
Yeah, well, that's where I'm at. I think whenever he's in the cage, yeah, but can he get there? Can he get there? The motherfucker. I mean, come on, like he was in Las Vegas for a matter of hours for the Hall of Fame ceremony to get inducted into the Hall of Fame, and he beats up his wife. All right, we don't know what happened, but he gets arrested for something related to domestic violence. You know what I mean? Like, if you can't even keep yourself out of jail when you go to get your inducted into the Hall of Fame. It's like, come on, man. It's like, that's what I'm saying. It's like, I don't care about anything. It's like, just tell me when he's scheduled to fight, because all of the rest of it's just,
Yeah, dude. Yeah, it's nuts.
But also, I think maybe that's part of like, because I'm sure his personality's also got to be part of what makes him such a great athlete. Because I'm sure he's, you know what I mean? Because if he was just like, yeah, I'm sure that
all the geniuses are crazy, right? They would say like all the greats are just like some kind of crazy.
Yeah, because I think you kind of have to be too to, like, think about how much time and whatnot that he's had to dedicated to just being the greatest. And I mean, if everyone could do it, everyone would do it. You know what I mean? So I think, yeah, there's something too about. Exactly. So I'm not trying to excuse the shit that he does outside of the cage, but so I don't know if we could ever have a John Jones without, or I don't know if we could ever like have a Johnny Bones without a John Jones that's getting arrested kind of thing.
Without the law trouble.
Yeah. But
I mean, would we ever have the Mike Tyson today if Mike Tyson never bit off the ear and did all the crazy stuff he did? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, for like so. Yeah, like with Mike Tyson, he's an example. Like because like he would even say like in his training, like Customato, his coach, the whole time like he would like basically like do brainwashing techniques on him. Like he would just be hitting you, like telling you, he's like, you don't exist. You're nothing. There's nothing except for the mission. The mission is to kill this other person, and that's all there is. Yeah. You are nothing without beating this man. You are nothing without. You are nothing. Like, so it was like beat into his head like all he was violence from the time he was like a child to whenever. So it's like,
well, I mean, like they found I mean, it was clear that Mike Tyson wasn't fully there. So,
well, I mean, so this is the thing too. Like people, I always had this idea of him being like just fucking like basically like a human pit bull. Like he has doesn't think a lot. He's really good at violence and like he does that. But like some of his interviews and shit, like he gets deep. Like he reads books. Like when he was on the Joe Rogan podcast, Joe Rogan was like, "Hey, have you heard of?" He's like, "You know about Genghis Khan, right?" And Mike Tyson was like, "Actually, his name was Temujin." And then he starts to tell Joe Rogan like the history of Genghis Khan, because he was like, when he was younger, he wanted to know. He's like, these like people like that go to war and run countries. Like he wanted to know about these great warriors, like what it was in them that made them be able to do that. He's like, I wanted to find out about what made them be like. Alexander the Great is another one of his heroes. So Alexander the Great and Genghis Khan, and so he'd read books about what they did, where they came. So like he thinks about all this shit, but all we see is just like this guy that's like, I'm gonna eat your babies, like that guy. So like that's all we think about. But he's got a lot of other shit going on in his head. Like it's crazy. Like not crazy, but he's like he's a lot more thoughtful than I think he gets credit for.
Oh, for sure. Well, I mean, like, yeah, that's where you hit on the spot earlier. Like, there's a John Jones as a guy, shit.
Yeah.
And then John Jones, the athlete, the UFC fighter, who's amazing. But I mean, yeah, who knows, man? Who knows?
Yeah.
Who do you think can take Francis right now in the heavyweight? Nobody, right? I mean, we all thought it was Gane.
Yeah.
There's nobody else, really.
I thought it was gonna be gone, but maybe Stipe, because I feel like also Stipe probably he had to be watching that fight and be like, because like everyone's praising, but I guess also because Stipe did try to take Francis down in their last fight, and Francis stopped. He stuffed that takedown, and that was when everyone was like, "Oh shit, he's starting to wrestle now," because he caught him, he got the underhooks, and he pulled him up, and then I think even reversed it and sat down on Stipe like full mount, but. So I don't know. Now that if his wrestling, and that thing that he's got Kamaru Usman in his fucking corner too now.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah. But I mean, they've been backing each other up for a while.
Yeah,
haven't they?
Yeah. I mean, they've been. I think it's relatively new, but they have been, kicking it for a while. I think. And then this is for sure the first time he cornered him. But it's like, just think about same like I was saying with Figueiredo having Henry Cejudo in his corner. Like, because so now they have like dominant champions in their corner and to give them all those other little tips and motivation and stuff. It's like, oh man, like I felt the same way when Usman went over to Trevor Whitman. I was like, oh shit, we're fucked. Yeah. Everyone's fucked now. Because when he was gonna fight Masvidal the first time, and then I found out, I was like, fuck, he's training with Trevor Whitman now. Fuck, Masvidal's coach isn't even gonna be there. I was like, oh no.
Masvidal's fighting again soon, right?
Colby, yeah. Him and
I think Masvidal's gonna get his butt whooped, bro.
Oh man, so I want Masvidal to win, but I'm nervous because it's like I feel like this fight, because they've talked about it before, but he's never. I don't feel like he's until now. I don't think he's ever come out before and been like, no, yeah, I'll fuck that guy up, whatever. So I don't know. I'm a little nervous.
As much as I dislike Kobe, Kobe's a bad man.
Yes,
bro.
And that's so frustrating.
Kobe's a bad man.
He very well might be the second best fucking welterweight in the world.
He is a bad.
It might be him and Usman and then everybody else, which is really frustrating to say.
I really dislike the guy for real, but he is a bad man. But we all got to give Usman his hands down. He's going down as one of the best. If you know. What I'm saying.
And I'll admit it. I hated Usman. I talked shit on him before because I was like, oh, he's just gonna fucking wrestle fuck and all. But he cannot be denied now, and especially now with his hands with working with Trevor Whitman. Like he knocked out fucking Jorge Masvidal. Like he's undeniable now. Like he's a fucking monster.
I mean, okay. I just gotta say it, bro.
Okay.
I like Masvidal because of his personality, because of his character, his characteristics, everything about him. He's a cool ass dude. He can fight, but I've always thought he wasn't that great of a fighter.
I think, well, yeah, because he was always, they call him like a journeyman and whatever, but he didn't. I feel like he fought, but he didn't really. He just fought to be a fighter.
He didn't showcase any great jiu-jitsu. He didn't showcase any great MMA in my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's a street fighter.
Yeah. So
and don't get me twisted though. He's a great and amazing, if not street fighter. He did great in his prime, but I just don't think he fought anybody worthwhile, and nobody really pushed him to what true MMA could really be. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean I
really don't think Masvidal has what it takes. Like if he was a rating in a game, I'd give him like an 82, 83 maybe.
Right. I think. Well, I was gonna say before, like, yeah.
I'm talking about now, right now.
Yeah.
How he is right now.
I think he's like I think in the rankings he's gone as high he's gonna go. So now all of his stuff is all super fights, but what the fuck are those dogs doing? And then he's like, yeah. So the time that he could have, if he was going to be champ, I think the time has already passed. Like, his chance was with that first fight with Usman. And then after that, it's like, I don't think he's going to
his window.
He's never going to beat Usman.
So he's become one of UFC's just like, showcase fighters just for entertainment purposes, to give tickets in, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
for entertainment.
The Diaz bros in the same kind of position.
Yeah.
Because it's like their ranking really doesn't matter. People want to come and watch them. So it doesn't matter where their ranking is in the fucking roster, but they're always going to be main card pay-per-view fighters.
True.
But what was your question?
But look, out of Masvidal's last, how is this in order of date? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 fights. He's won 6, so he's 6-4.
That's not terrible.
I mean, that's not dominant right there.
Who are his fight? I mean, yeah, it's not dominant, but it's not terrible. Who are the fights though?
So he lost to Benton Henderson, and then he lost to Lorenz Larkin.
Wait, so he lost to a former champ, right?
And then that was 2015. 16, he lost again to Lorenz Larkin, and then he won. He fought 2 more times at 16 against Ross Pearson and then Jake Ellenberger. And then 17, he won against Cowboy.
Oh, yeah.
And then he lost against Damian Maia, and then...
Hello? Uh-oh, cut out. Are you there? I don't know if you're talking, but I can't hear you. I think we lost them.
Cannot hear you.
Oh, I can hear you now.
Now I can hear you.
Can you hear me? Weird. Can you hear me?
Are you on Discord or something?
No. You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, got it. But yeah, I agree. I don't think he's ever gonna be champ now, so it's all super fights. But he's for sure fun to watch, and it's like even not fight. He's fun to watch even when he's not fighting.
He brings in tickets. That's it.
Oh, for sure.
Brings in tickets.
Oh man, you heard Kayla Harrison? She re-signed with PFL.
Who?
Kayla Harrison.
She did what?
Oh, you don't. She fights for PFL. She trains at American Top Team, and she wins. She's a 2-time.
Wasn't she already with PFL? She just resigned, right? I thought.
Yeah.
I thought she was already with them.
She was with them, and then she finished out her contract, so she's free agent, and she was looking at other promotions, and because I mean the thing is, I think everyone wants to see her eventually fight Amanda Nunes or come over to beat everybody up in the UFC at least.
But doesn't Amanda Nunes have to win her title back?
Yeah, well, she still has her 45 title, and Kayla Harrison right now she fights at 55. So then she would go down to 45. She did 145 in Invicta, and she split this.
Which title did she lose recently then?
35.
Oh.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay.
Pena got that 35 offer. Man, I wonder how mad Megan Anderson. Oh wait, they fought at 45. But even still, I wonder how Megan Anderson is like that 135 chick knocked her out or knocked her down, choked her out, and I got my ass beat at 145. I don't know what happened. I feel like the UFC is so mad at Megan Anderson because they cut her immediately after. Because I mean it was a terrible performance, but she choked. But then they like cut her, and then she was a announcer or she was a commentator for Invicta. But then I feel like she got fired off of that too. So I don't know. Like I think the UFC was
trash.
like the UFC,
trash,
the UFC was like. I feel like the UFC blackballed her or something because they're like, we put so much into this promoting this fight, and you just choked. Because I mean, like me when I found out Megan like because it was like a year that they were like their fight buildup was like over a year, and so I was watching Megan Anderson's old fight because I didn't know who she was, so I went back. I watched her Invicta fights and stuff, and she was fucking chicks up. Like there's two of these fights she hit these girls so hard, their faces like change. Like I have to find a picture of it, but like she fucked these girls up, like split their faces open. They like that, like Joanna and Jacek fucking hematomas on their head kind of thing. So I was like, oh, she's gonna. I was like, all right, she could beat, like if she maintains the distance and fucking, cause she's over 6 feet tall. It's like those legs. How does anyone ever get to you?
She could probably take it to both of us at the same time.
Oh fuck yeah! With legs that long, how can anyone ever get to you? But then I mean, whatever. It wasn't me in there. I mean, Amanda Nunes would beat me up too. So.
Oh yeah, she'll just sit on us, bro. She'll eat us.
Ugh.
Have you been training still or no?
No, I haven't been back in a while. I need to go back.
Yeah, ditto. I haven't really been in the
actually, so that's why I told myself because my birthday is in a couple weeks, and I was like, all right, so starting February, I'm going back.
Oh shit! What are we doing for your birthday?
I don't know. I don't really ever celebrate. Well, me, I'm going back. I'm going back to the gym.
Where you shoot? Maybe I'd drive over there.
Yeah. When are you still
drive over there
in the same place?
Yeah, I'm in Illinois right now. It's cold as heck right now, dude. We're expecting it's like a weather advisory, like 9 p.m. today till 6 p.m. tomorrow.
Ugh.
It's like negative 30 degrees with wind chill or something like that, dude. I mean,
damn. Yo, did I tell you I got stuck in that fucking storm a couple weeks ago when they shut down 95? Did I show you the
Virginia
pictures?
Traffic?
Yeah. Did I show you the pictures?
Were you in that?
Yeah. So I drove down to North Carolina to pick some stuff up on Saturday. So I drove down and then I came back up because it was like 4-hour drive down, so 8-hour round trip. So I came back Saturday and I saw the weather advisory, and so I was trying to beat it. So I came back and I was like, because it was supposed to be earlier in the day, and I was like, oh, I guess we beat it or it's not coming. So I was like, all right, we'll just, because I stopped at my buddy's house in Virginia. I was with my daughter was with me, and I was like, all right, well, we'll just stop here, and then in the morning we'll leave.
Oh no, you have Lily with you too?
Yeah. So then we stopped at my buddy's. The next morning I get up, and it's like coming down crazy, and I'm like, ah, fuck, I think I'm stuck here. But look, I mean, luckily too, she was on Christmas break still too. So then my buddy and we tried to drive out. I told him it was a bad idea, but he wanted, because he just bought another house, so we were gonna go and look at his other house. So we leave out of there, and we go down to the end of the road at his street, and then we get onto the road and we start to travel, and it's like, I don't know, less than 100 yards we probably go, and there's a fucking tree laying right across the road. Because there's all like evergreens out there, so they got all bogged down with all the heavy snow, and then all the trees started just fucking falling over.
Wait, the snow knocked the trees down?
Yeah, because like the tree branches, they hold, like, because they're what do you call them? Coniferous. What are the like pine trees? So they're still green. They have all the the bow on them or whatever not leaves.
Man, I ain't no biologist.
Like how
arbor, some kind of Arbor Day shit.
So you know how Christmas trees are still green in the winter, right? So they still needles. That's what they're called. So they still have all the needles on them, and the snow stuck to those.
The pines on them, the pine needles.
Right. Yeah. So all the pine, because out there, all the tree, it's like all pine trees. So they had the pine needles on them still. So the pine needles caught all the snow, and then it bent them all over, and they started snapping and falling across the road. So when we got to that one, there was a guy coming the other way with a chainsaw, So he started chopping up, and we helped him pull him out. And he was like, yeah.
Oh,
He said he had to cut through 3 other trees before he even got to that one where we were at. So we were like, all right, well, we're not getting out today. So we turned around and went back.
Crazy.
Yeah. And then the next morning when I tried to get out, I'll send you pictures. It was fucking nuts. Like, it took me an hour to go like 5 or 6 miles to get to the interstate. Then when I get to 95, I'm like, all right, I just got to get to 95 and then I'll be good. Get to 95 and the interstate is shut down. All the gas stations at the exit are just full of like truckers and people's cars. There's truckers just like jackknifed inside the gas station. Like, I'm looking at the overpass. There's trucks like jackknifed on 95, and then there's just like a row of traffic going back for miles. It took me, I think, like 9 hours to go like 70 miles in the end.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and I was lucky because I got out of the line because everyone was trying to go on 95. So there's another, like the side road. It's like 1 north.
Right.
So everyone tried to get on 1 north. So I got on and I was at a stoplight. It took me almost, I think, at least an hour to get to the next stoplight because we were all sitting there. You'd say
That's crazy.
I would turn off my car and put it in park. Or no, I didn't turn it off. I put it in park. I kept it on because it was cold. But I put it in park. Wait 20 minutes. Then cars would move 1 or 2 spaces. Then I'd move up, put it back in park, wait for another. It took us an hour. So after we did that, got to the next stoplight, I just got off and I went on the other side roads and started taking the other side roads until I got to Quantico. And then I was able to get on the base Quantico. And then that cut it out because I cut through the base and went all the way around to the other side and was able to get. But it took me, I think, 7 or 8.
Too much work, man.
Like 7 hours just to get to that. There are people that were sitting for 19 hours, over 19 hours in there.
Yeah, it made national news, bro.
Yeah.
I read about it.
Dude, it was fucking nuts. Like, I wouldn't believe it if I hadn't seen it. Like, even I was looking at I-95, the exits blocked off with cones, and I was sitting there looking at it, and I still couldn't believe it. I was like, no, this is a mistake. I'll just drive through them. And I tried to do it, and they're like, no. They had police over there. They're like, you can't get on 95. And I was like, where are people supposed to go? This doesn't make any sense. How am I supposed to go anywhere? And they're like, we don't know.
We're gonna sit your ass inside and get some beers.
That was crazy. But, anyways, that was how that went. How's your dog doing?
But yeah, man. Huh?
How's your
I was gonna have to let you go though. I'm gonna go have some dinner in a little bit though.
All right, go eat. I'm tired, anyways.
It's all good, man. I appreciate the phone call, bro.
No, thanks for taking it.
Yeah.
All right, bro.
I'll holler at you in a bit, bro.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, yep. Bye-bye.
Later. Got him. Finally ambushed him. Oh. But yeah. So that was O. Oh man, I should have had him talk about the first time we hung out. The first time we hung out. The next time I saw, it was on a weekend. Then it was when we were in the Marine Corps. So we hung out on like a Saturday or Sunday night, and then on Monday morning when I saw him at formation, he was like, "Yo, dog, we can't hang out anymore." Cause I was fucking crazy. It was like, oh, after the first time going out, he's like, "This is the last time we're hanging out." But I won him over in the end. We're still friends, I think. Or he at least answers my phone call sometimes. But yeah. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like, yeah. But anyways, oh shit, we're almost on 2 hours, 2 horas. But yeah, I gotta take care of these pups and do some other shite. But I don't know. Thanks for being a listener. Thank you for your support. Very special for helping me. Thank you. Oh, I was trying to make like a intro or outro like